Okay. So can you tell me what is meant by Oracle apps? I think I already gave the information about this in the form of document, right? So we can say in one line, Oracle applications is an ERP software. Okay. So ERP stands for here is Enterprise Resource Planning. Means it's already planned software. You no need to worry about in the organization. Simply we should know how to use the software. So it has some versions here. R12. 11A is a very older version. They have introduced in 1980s, 87. They introduced first version, then slowly actually they increased. Maybe 1990 afterwards, like 11A exists. Okay, the first software is introduced in the 1987. It was the old software, but still very popular software. So right now R12 flavors are there. Like initially they made as a R12.20. Okay. Yeah. Right now it is R12.2.11 also there. 10. If you wanted to know like what is the version available. So even whenever you join to the company also, we should know which version you are going to work. Otherwise, like you may see some table changes and all. Current version. See, R12.2.11 on 4th November they released it. But R12 there are many flavors are there. These are all you will come to know. But ఇక్కడ కూర్చోండి. ఇది క్లియర్గా ఉందా? నాకైతే సరిగ్గా లేదనిపిస్తుంది. మీకు ఏమనిపిస్తుంది? పర్లేదు కదా, స్ట్రైట్ కూర్చుంటే బాగా కనబడుతుంది అంతే. Shift that side. Okay, this is the version. You cannot find your regular work-wise many challenges. Okay, so some changes will be there. See, they have already given what are the changes, where it is available, this software. This installing this software is also a big challenge. Okay, like 120 GB, like the space is required, and more than 12 GB RAM is required. That is the reason why what we did is we approached with the one DBA server team, and then we bought this. Okay, you can install this, but again you have to waste your 1 week time. Usually DBA, this job is not ours, it's a DBA job. Okay, so in the Linux platform you can install this R12 software, and if you want to go with any flavor, see here R12 onwards, 12 to 3, 4, 5, 6, many flavors are there. Right now in the industry, just last year they have introduced 12 to 11, but still no one is implemented these many. Okay, so implementing software is not easy. Like they need to go for many approvals, and the whole system they need to change. So that is the reason why simply they cannot go with a new version. Okay, but still right now R12 is popular. Maybe 12 to 3, 12 to 8 is also people are using. 12 to 9, 10 and all, no one is implemented as of now. Maybe some people, Arabic countries and all, who are having big money, they will implement all this. Okay, they need to pay to Oracle people about all these versions. Anyway, I'm just giving you overview about your software. So you are going to learn in this R12 software right now, and then database is really required. Database SQL and PLSQL. Any unknown guy also can easily learn, but concentration is required. SQL 5 days, PLSQL 10 days, 15 days is enough. Even if you are from non-IT background, if you did not know any courses. So here SQL PLSQL also will teach. Okay. Now this is called as a backend. Backend, where the data will go and sit, is called as a backend. Where they will enter the data is called as a front end. So front end will be handled by the end users in the company. Okay, front end is here Oracle applications UI. So UI means here user interface. End users will enter the data here. Okay, front end and back end simply. Front end back end combination is called as Oracle ERP suite. So it's a suite. ERP suite it is. Okay. Some people are calling it as a ERP. Some people are calling it as a Oracle apps, or some other people calling it as a OEBS, Oracle e-business suite, and some other calling it as a Oracle ERP. Like that, there. These are all different terminologies. Okay. Now, as a backend, SQL, PL/SQL, if you wanted to know like SQL, PL/SQL version, these are all tightly. It will be available in the software. Okay. SQL, PL/SQL, if you wanted to know which version is installed by the DBA, you can go with the Toad, which is used to access the database. So you can sit here, okay? Otherwise, you'll not be able to see screen at all. You can pull chair. Height and all back. If I am going fastly, please ask me, okay? Literally, I am going very slow actually. Otherwise, my speed will be different. Speed I will increase maybe after 10-15 classes. Okay, clearly visible. So if you wanted to know like which version is installed by the DBA, installation is not at all your duty. Ignore about it. There is a table here. $B version. So this is the policy it is. In Oracle database, there are various versions are available. Do you know that? Oracle versions. Any idea? 12 is already mentioned here. Any other versions? Yeah, 11G, correct. Any other? 10G, correct. 18C, 18C, yes, 18C also there. And 21 is also it's there. 21 is also there. But so to implement all these newer versions, Oracle itself it will take years and years. Maybe after 10 years, you may see the 21C gets implemented. Okay. So it's a ready-made package, right? Like you cannot see very higher version associated with this. Now, and if you wanted to know front-end application, so front-end application, like what is the version? There is another table. So wherever you go, this is the same only, same table. F&D, product, group settings. These are all data dictionary tables, you must remember. Your version name is 12.20. Okay. This is the version. Now, today we'll discuss about one cycle. Okay, that cycle is called as a P2P cycle. In short form or expanded form, procure to pay cycle. So you are procuring means purchasing some goods which are needed for organization, and then you have to make a payment to other companies, other suppliers. So how it will go in the business? Like you can assume like Flipkart, Amazon, any EA, like portals. So how they will start the business? You can easily understand this. So like these cycles, we have O2C cycle. Let me see the syllabus. Did I share you the syllabus earlier? No, right? Syllabus is required so that you will get an idea of what you are missing. Search is difficult for me. One minute. It takes time also. Let's go in detail way. This is a syllabus. I'll share it in the group. Okay, these are all the cycles. So first focus is on cycles only. Okay, these are all the cycles. Your first step is here, procure to pay cycle. If you know these two cycles, and these are all you can easily understand. The base flows are these two only. So we'll take 5 to 6 days to finish all this. P2P, O2C. The whole syllabus is on top of this flows only. It may be a report, or it may be a conversion or XML publisher. Your syllabus is very big. See, almost 5 pages notes is there. 5 pages syllabus copy. It is bullet points only again. If you go inside, then you will see separate subtopics also. This discover is an optional. Nowadays, no one is asking much. I can remove that. This is your syllabus. Okay. I'll share after this class. Okay. So forget about the cycles. Why to give a confusion to your mind. The first step is here, P2P cycle it is. So it will take minimum 3-4 days to finish the end-to-end flow. Okay. So P2P cycle means like, let's say in your company, so your company is IBM, let's say. Okay. And along with you, there are 10 employees joined in a day one. Take our institute. So you joined here for learning course, but you don't have any laptop. And I need to arrange the laptops or desktops for you. Okay. So definitely 10 laptops I need to arrange. Now, from where I'll go initially, tell me. Like in the surrounding areas, what I will do, I will search for computer shops and I'll ask the quotations from them, correct? So I require now here 10 laptops and you join immediately, correct? You require these laptops immediately. So that is called as a need by date in Oracle Abstract Management. So need by date is by Monday. I can say any other date like Monday, I'm not sure what is the date. 26 June, let's say. This is a need by date. Okay. And this 10 is what it is. How are you measuring this 10? So 10 you are measuring as a quantity. And laptop you can measure as an item. These are all ERP terminology. Okay. So 10 quantity, 10 laptops need by date. So who need to buy? Every other person cannot buy from here, right? I will not go. I am simply asking someone. So I am a now requester. This is called as a role here. My role is requester. I am requesting someone and they will prepare a list here. List of goods what we are going to buy and some other will go and buy. Okay. So if no one is available, I can play a role as requester, preparer, buyer. I'll go to the shop and I'll buy it. Okay. But in the organization, it will be like that, right? There will be different roles will be maintained by different people. Requester will be from Kolkata, preparer will be from Chennai, buyer is from Mumbai, like that. Okay. This depends on the company hierarchy. I cannot say right away. So this preparation is called as a requisition. In not only in Oracle apps, any ERP, that preparation is called as a requisition. So requisition means in one line purchasing document. So in the purchasing document, what are the things we need to maintain? One is quantity, item, need by date, and who is the preparer? Buyer later, in later stage. We are in the initial phase. Buyer will come later, and request will also will come here. Okay. So these type of, and what type of the requisition it is. Sometimes, let's say I'm having a branch in some other Hebbal. Okay. Whenever there is a laptops needed, I'll check in Hebbal, is there any stock available. So at that time, what we can do, we'll simply buy from other branch. Buying only, we are not paying, but buying only. So that is called as an internal requisition. In any branch, it is not at all available. Then definitely you have to go outside. It may be a shop, or it may be a company, or it may be any ERP portals. So right now that's called as a purchase requisitions. So this is also type we need to enter. So this data entry is not, again, it's not your duty. Okay. In the organization, there will be end users are there. End users are employees of your client company. They will enter all this data. But what will be your duty is, I wanted to display internal requisitions at once. Then we need to use SQL. But these people, they don't know SQL. They are simply layman users. They don't know technically. They will enter the data according to the functionality, but they don't know SQL, PLSQL, reports. Like you, they don't know. So you will be assisting them actually. Lighting problems now. Lighting problem now. Comfortable. So audio. Okay. So that we'll see in the application. The very first job here is we have to create user. Once you enter into the company, DBS will give user for you, or you need to take your TL or any other colleague user, and then you need to create a user for you. To create a user, one responsibility is there. These are all responsibilities in the application. So that is system administrator. You can see here. In most of the companies, they will give you user before or at the time of joining, but sometimes actually you need to create. This is the one here. Security, user, and then define. Visible. So username. Username is like any other user, like with your name. It's already there. Password also I'm giving same. 2 times you have to give. And this user is for only purchasing department. They don't know anything about inventory or account receivable like that. Or if you are a developer, then you must have all the system administrator access. Then only you can add other users or you can make the changes. If you want to use inventory to storage items, vision is a client here. In the organization, you cannot see the vision. If you want to add employees and all, then you can go with a human resource enterprise. Somewhere you can check. If you are working for Korean client, Korean you can use. Okay. So these are all countries. It's a centric software. Any country can use this. Only currency will differ here. Currency or their calendar. Self-service. Human resources. Okay. Also different. In the organization, you will not see these many responsibilities. It must be human resources enterprise. Just check. I'm not able to find out quickly. Correct. This is all. That's it, guys. So this user is responsible for these many: purchasing module, inventory module, human resource module. Okay. Order management. If you want to use, then you can go with the order management also. You can keep adding. There is no limitation. Okay. So once you create a user and once we add a responsibilities, you need to log in over here. Open the application again, no worries. And then some problem with the application. Log in again, okay? That is the only solution. Current password, I'm just putting as a welcome. That's it. In operations user, if you see here, there are n number of responsibilities. So this is the super user, practice user. That is the reason why those many responsibilities. One person cannot work with these many modules in the company also. So use this today onwards. Whatever you create a user, use that only regularly so that we can track all the data, who has modified, who has created. Okay. So now come here. So what is our step here? First step is requisition. Okay. So requisition you can create here in the module. So what I will do, I'll just close this. Okay. Operations I don't want to use. I closed. Now this is my user. In my user, I'm going with the purchasing. Then check requisition. This is a requisition. And requisitions. Okay, I'll log in with other user. Anyone can tell me your username. Any user? Okay.
Yes, sir, you are.
Okay.
UTIL.
Is that correct username? Some problem with the application. So while opening the form, better open the securities are defined. So there will not be much functionality in this, no much tabs, correct? It will open very quickly. Anyway, now go with the purchasing vision operations. In the purchasing, we have seen here requisition and requisition. So this is the issue everyone is getting, right?
Yes.
So read this again.
You are not set up to access the song, you need to be a
Correct. So you created a user, but you are not allocated any worker for that. So for that, what we can do, we can go with a human resource. You need to be an employee for that. People enter and maintain. You have to create an employee with your name. Action. So he is going to be an employee, create employment, and he can act as an employee or buyer. Buyer and nationality, these are all you have to give. Okay. Birth date. Now you can save this. You have not entered a social security number for this employee. Social security number is Americans will have, but you can ignore that. See, 9 digits you have to pass here. 9 digits is the maximum limitation. If you want to enter 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But I just entered like this, but you have to maintain a different number. But 9 digits is the maximum. Okay. This social security already exists. If you enter like that, it will give you, it is saying here, the social security already exists. Continue, yes. But you have to correct that. So I'm just giving another number like that. Let's see. Correction you have to do. It's corrected. Again, correction. Whatever you do, changes here, you have to correct it. And there is an option update also. Okay. So this employee, first step is what it is. If you get that type of issue, first step is employee creation in HRMS. So every person cannot go and buy, right? Simply. So there should be an employee in that company. Then only they can buy. But this employee can act as a buyer. how we can do that buyer is, we can go to purchasing. There is a setup here. Setup. No, requisition will go later because we have to solve this issue. Setup, personal, another one is here, buyers. So buyer, add buyer here. You can add buyer like that. Just click on search. So many. The recent number we don't know, right? This employees information is stored in for all people F. For all people F. And there is a recent data we wanted. Today only we created, correct? 24th. Employee number, we can just check somewhere. 2438. This is the recent, today only we created. This one, right? Save this. And after that, save. That's it. So this person can go and buy everywhere. Now go to security user defined. So still you try, you get issue here. See, still issue is persist here. So there is one more step you missed. The step here is go to security user defined. The username which is there, right? We have to put in query. So to retrieve from this particular form, we have to use a shortcut. That is F11, function F11 here. Then you can enter your username, control F11. F11 initial I pressed. See at the bottom, can you read? Query we entered here. This is a query. Query means entering a data. Then after that, what we have to do? Press control F11. And if you don't need this, F4 to cancel it. So I'm just pressing F4. So it is cancelled. Now what do you have to do? Again, enter a query. Query means your user. Control F11. Anything is missed? No. Now here is the place you have to add a person name. Person name you created, right? So that person name we have to add. 2438, right?
Yes.
That's it. Now you will not face that particular issue. So, yeah. Yeah, it's going to record. Okay. Because remembering these many options also, yeah, very difficult. I know that. I'll give you notes also. Okay. So till now, what I did, you recollect. First step is what it is, user creation, right? Then what next? After user creation, what I did, employee creation, right? The next is add buyer, add employee as buyer. Next is add employee as person name under user screen or user form, we can say. These are all the 4 steps. Okay. Now, because of this only, you will not get that particular error. So this is an important step here. So if you want to add a person name, the person must be an employee. The employee must be created here into which module? That is right, human resource enterprise, whatever the responsibility. Okay. So are you happy with this 4 or You want me to revise? Okay. Now go to requisition. You will not face that issue. Go to the switching responsibility. There is shortcut Alt F W. The shortcuts also you must remember, guys. The shortcuts are called as application shortcuts. I'll just note it to separate notepad. Everything I'll share email. Don't worry. No need to write also. Application shortcuts. Whenever there is a shortcut comes, I'll keep adding here and I'll share. Okay. So which shortcuts you have seen as of now? F11 you have seen. For F11 is for what it is?
For entering for the
Yes. We can say to put in query mode. Okay. Control. That is for what it is? To execute. కనబడుతుందా అక్కడ కనబడుతుందా మీకు కనబడకపోతే ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేసాయి నెక్స్ట్ వన్ మోర్ F4 that is for to cancel a form or to close a form. Canceling is different again. To close form. Okay. Only these shortcuts and one more is Alt. Yep. This is for what it is. That's it. We may get 10 more shortcuts. As of now, I entered only 4. Okay. So application shortcut is really required. Yeah, one more. Alt TO. Yeah, that is for what it is. If it is an expanded menus like this, if to minimize it, Alt TO we can use. That. So after explaining, I'll add it all. Okay, here. Otherwise, they will not know the uses of it. Fine. So whenever there is a shortcut comes, I'll come to immediately here. Okay. So go to now Alt F W, then purchasing, requisitions and requisitions. Okay. So to reach this point, we took 45 minutes, and this preparer also came, correct? And request is also same. See, I am only preparing, I am only requesting. Okay. Now type I mentioned, right, in the Word document. If you see in the requisition, where is that? Okay, that is another user, right? Okay, that's fine. Can you recall from your mind what is requisition? It's a purchasing document. What are the information it contains? Any idea? Do you remember? One is item. One more. Quantity. And then need by date. What else? Who is the requester? Who is the preparer? See, same window. It's nothing new. Okay, whatever you are saying. See, type I mentioned as a type, right? How many types of requisitions are only fixed? You cannot see different requisitions in a other company. Okay. So what is meant by internal?
Inside organization.
Purchase means
Outside.
okay, inside, outside, they will not satisfy employers. You have to explain. So if you have multiple branches, then we need to transfer whenever they require. Like you have to make a sentence formation. Okay. So you are remembering only in the form of shortcuts. Now you need to explain. At least one sentence is required for that. Okay, first is here purchase requisition. Internal also will see in another flow. Okay, then item. So which item you are going to purchase? Laptop, right? And then laptop, let's see in the company, you could have already purchased last month or last year or long time back. So if you already purchased, there must be an entry here. So it's there, no worries. And how much price? What is the quantity, 10 quantity? What is your price here? In the form of dollars, see, USD here. Dollars you have to say. Let's say it is $500, okay? And need by date. When you wanted this? I wanted by Monday, 27. Okay. And then supplier name. Here itself, you want to give supplier, you can give here. Let's say Advantage Car. And supplier will have a multiple locations. And supplier will have a point of contact, like let's say Adams, and his phone number. Like this, you have to enter. Okay. And then save. If you don't want to use this button, as I mentioned, like Control S, everywhere same. You know already this. Still, if you wanted to know, Control K you can use. See, these are all the shortcuts. This is better. But you may not know the usage of it. Keys you will come to know. You don't know the previous block, print, prompt, all this, correct? These are all the keys. Control S. This is just before we have used. Control S. Control plus K. That is to display shortcut keys. Is that okay? Now requisition is created. Every information is associated with the tables. As I mentioned, this is the front end. Okay, front end it is. But we should know the back end also, where it is going to save. So organization, where it is open. Operation should open like that. Organizations, Atlanta. Save. So it has given one number also here, right? Each and every time when you create a requisition, it will give you one number. Okay. This requisition number I am noting down. And this information is stored in 3 levels of tables. So this is called as a header level, only single. This is the table name here. In Oracle applications, they have followed the same naming conventions. Initially, you can see a module name. So PO is the module name. And the second one is the functionality name. Okay. And the next one is here level. So it is a header level and this is a line level. Line level, why they introduced here? You can order some more also. Like let's say you can order mouse also. And then 10 mouses, $100 each. And we require it till on the same day. Number is only one, see, it is not changing. Correct? So this is called as a one-to-many relationship it is. That's why they introduce here lines information.
It is one.
Yes, one number is only one, but we'll get all at once. So for mouse, one requisition number, for laptop, one requisition number, these are all headache for them. Okay, we'll buy all items together. You select any other location. Okay. Sometimes if this location is not having a point of contact, you may face issues. So one to many, and there is a distribution is also here. So this will go under inventory department account here, whatever you are purchasing. Company has to show some auditing and they need to track. So for that charge account, these are all coming automatically. And this is belongs to a project also. but right now it is disabled. We'll explain in the other flow. Overall, 3 levels are there. One is header level, line level, distribution level. So if it is line level, can you tell me the table name without seeing? First is I told you module name, PO. Second is what it is? No, this is a right requisitions lines. Okay, that's the way you can distribute. And here also same. If you don't know still, then you can go with the recordist. So remembering table is very easy. Even in interviews also, they will ask you, like, tell me some tables in PO, inventory, module level. Definitely you have to learn. No need to buy hard specially here. It will come automatically. Just if you work 2-3 times here in the application, you can easily remember. Now you can go to table name here, PO requisition headers. So why they introduced V here? V is a view here. If you don't know Oracle views, you can just go through once. So view is based on multiple tables. One table is preparer table, other table is requisition table, like that. Operating unit table. So all together they made a view. Okay. So you just take this view, you will come to know simply. View is just a logical window. It will have the multiple tables with the multiple joins. You need to press F4 here. Script. There is a syntax also. It's already there. Create or replace. Do you know this force weave? If table does not exist also, we will be created. So this force weave is important topic. So these are all the table. For all people F. This table is for preparer. And requisition table. This is for requisition number, description, type, status, like that. Okay. So all tables together, they formed a view here. If you don't know the view syntax, today you go through that Oracle view. Just 5 minutes you have to spend on the Google, you'll come to know the view. What is meant by view, why they have introduced this and all. Okay. So, but we should not use this view. Views are little slower while executing it. So we need to take always tables. Majority of the cases we'll prefer a tables here. You can press F4. So this is a table. There is a C underscore all. All means all operating units. Your company will have a multiple branches in multiple countries, multiple locations. So for Delhi location one table, for Mumbai location another table, we cannot take, right? So for all the locations to maintain the data at one place, we can use a underscore all table. So, but as of now, you have seen here view, correct? Now you can go instead of view, what we are going to take all. Why? What is the reason behind that?
All.
Correct. All company branches data. So how you can recognize that which branch data it is? That's the question. So that is ARG ID. So there is a ARG ID here. You can go to examine, help diagnostics and examine. We can go to dollar profile dollar. This terminology, it's new to everyone. Don't feel that it's complicated. I'm giving notes, just go through it. So ARG ID is what it is? 204 it is. For vision operations, ARG ID is 204. For vision Korea, ARG ID will be different. For vision Dubai, ARG ID will be different because they are different places, different branches. So ARG ID is what it is? 204. And it is not fixed. Same 204 you cannot see in the company. Number will vary. Okay. So tell me how to identify the ARG ID. Help? Repeat, no? So at least you can remember. Diagnose, examine, then whoever repeats along with me, they can easily remember the subject. Okay. So don't hesitate anything. Dollar profile. Then after that, arg ID, and then press tab. It will come. Press tab, it will come. Okay. So 204 here. Now, if you wanted to get only 204 data, then obviously you have to use arg ID is equivalent to 204. That's it. These are all the 204 related records you can see. 14,000 records are there. You take any number, let's say, yeah, I'm taking 104. Then what we can do? We can go to application here, press F11 and number. So you have to close this. These are all the defaulted values, correct? F11. Control F11.
204.
So 204, right? So 204 is, I am taking here segment number. Why it is not showing? Okay, it's a purchase requisition. Press F11, control F11. You will get all the requisitions here. Let's say 10117. Where segment 1 is a requisition number. Segment 1. It is saying invalid number. We have to include in the quotes, not quotations, quotes, single quotes. Okay, this is the number. It's giving like that. So all 204 related records only you can see. If we take some other number, you cannot see. Got it? Segment is a number here, requisition number. Okay. So what is your requisition number? I already saved 1017, correct? Same number only it is. Fine. Now, as I mentioned, 3 tables here. So one table is PO requisition headers all. So instead of V, I mentioned to take here underscore all. Remember the same terminology it is. And another thing is here, so who has created this record? So this is application, centralized application, right? So we don't know like who has created, who has modified. Many people will touch. This is a server. So it is saying here when it is created, 24 zone, and who has created this, in which table it is stored, who has updated this, like that. So these are all called as a who columns. Who has modified, who has created, correct? So that we can say it is who columns. Who columns are 5. Okay. One column is what it is, created, creation date, updated by updated date login, not the table name. Okay. These are all. Table name I am not including. Overall 5 columns are the who columns. If you are creating a new table, which is not at all available in Oracle applications, definitely we need to maintain this. Otherwise, we will not come to know who has removed the data, who has deleted the data, who has modified the data. Correct? So that is the reason why these who columns you have to include for every new table creation in Oracle applications. Remember this. These are very much fundamentals you should know. Okay. Let's say in this table, who columns are there or not, you have to check. Can you check? This is there. Creation date. Created by, what else missed? You better do one thing. Just click on this so that you will come to know it is aligned in a sorting. So we wanted last updated, right? Press L, satisfy. Last updated by last updated date. But so this is the way we can handle the who columns. Who columns are there for line level table also. See, I'm not going to application. I'm typing directly because you know this. So There is a book view here, see somewhere, single record view. Click on this, just check, scroll, last updated date, last updated by, last update login, creation date, create all year only. So that means for every table, two columns are mandatory. Okay. Now, I wanted to know the records belongs to this segment one. So simply if you say here, these are all the lines from all the requisitions. There are 1,47,000 records are there. It's difficult for us. So there must be a join here. Join between these two. This Oracle only made, and it will not vary in every project. Fixed. And to know the joins, there is a website here. That website you have to do. First time only. This is the website. etrm.live it is. Okay. So this website, no need. Earlier we had a registrations, approvals, many things were there. Now they made it as open. So etrm.live, and you can see here version. Okay. Then FND means foundation. Click on this. You have to choose a module here. Let's say my module is, you can see here. PO is a shortcut of purchasing module. You can click on this. And then in PO, there are 281 tables are there, but hardly you can remember 15, 20. That's enough. Some requisition table, purchase order table, receipt table, like that. All 281 we will not use. We don't know also. But still, if there is a need, then you can come here and verify. 281 tables. I just opened. What is your table name? PO. I'm just typing, searching. PO requisition. Let us solve. So the primary key. This Oracle only made primary keys, foreign keys, and all. There is no headache for you. Requisition header ID. With which table we are looking? PO requisition. Lines are. The join is what it is? Header ID. So now, if you want to retrieve the data from lines table, then definitely there is a join. What is the join name? Join means common column between requisition header ID. So what is the header ID? We don't know. Just again query control enter. This is a header ID. This ID values we no need to remember. We cannot also. So there are two lines in this. So all item description. Yeah, everything you can see here only. Item description, quantity, price, but not straightforward columns. You will come to know slowly. Unit price, quantity, these are all there. 2-person ID is there, but requester name is a 2-person ID. They have given only person ID. Okay, but they have not given a name. That person name is stored in some other table. I told you, right? For all people F. For all people F, where person ID is equivalent to 2-person ID. 2-person ID is what it is. This is the ID value. This is the way. So all connecting tables only. Oracle applications connecting tables only. Last name is there. You can take here full name. In one table, they are showing as an ID. Okay. In other table, they are showing as a column name. So we have to definitely join all this. Join between these two. Header ID, requisition header ID. No much confusion. And join between for all people F and requisition lines all table. The join condition is what is? Person ID is equivalent to, I mentioned somewhere. This is the 2-person ID. Person ID is equivalent to 2%. So this is the way you can learn. Okay. So I'll give you each and every minute points, almost more than 1 hour. Go through all this. Now we'll have a practical session after 15 minutes break. Everyone has to open their own laptop. Not like combined study. We cannot monitor like that. everyone has to maintain their own laptop. Can only if you have issues, then I can connect here or I can come to you. I can solve. So till now, what we discussed, distribution table is missed. Pure requisition distributions only. So tomorrow I'll increase the speed in explanation on covering the topics. So today we talked about here user creation. So in which responsibility you created a user? Yes. You tell open it. Like it's a revision. You are investing time, money, okay? Don't hesitate. User. Yeah. So this is the advantage with the classroom training, okay? So the subject I can easily inject in your mind. Don't prepare online. Second one is what it is, employee. Where you can create.
Human resources.
You can go to people, enter and maintain. Then new, give date of birth, gender, nationality, social security, whatever. You give with your hands. Add employees and buyer. Buyer, anyway, buyer significance will come into the next step. So that is setup. Buyers. Add the employee buyer name. Employee name as a buyer. Then next is what it is. Add employee name. Employee is a person name under. See clearly to make you understand. I mentioned all this. Where we can add. So where I need to add person name is correct. So simply what you can do, press F11, then your usernames, then you can add over here. These are LOV. It's called as LOV, list of values. Now who columns means for every table who has created, who has modified, like that is required. Then you no need to give, but if you are creating a new custom table, you have to maintain this. Otherwise tracking is difficult. The next is requisition. So requisition in purchasing module. Requisition. And what type of the requisition it is? At this moment purchase only, don't go with the internal. In internal sales order, I'll tell you that. Item. In the next class, I'll tell you how to create a new item. Okay. Right now, I took an existing item. These are all starting days. So I cannot make you understand each and every topic in one single class. Minimum 10 days required for me. So enter all this. Then there are 3 tables behind this. What are the main tables? Of course, preparer table is there. That is from HRMS. Organization table, operating unit table. There are many tables involved in this, but requisition related 3 tables only. What are they? Headers, lines, and distributions. So now I am asking you, header table is what it is? First module name, second subheading name, third is headers or lines. One more table is missed. What is that? Select. Sorry. Distribution. Sorry. Can you guess what will be the join between line and distribution? Line ID. Header and lines, header ID. Line and distribution, line ID. Whatever, whichever comes first. Still, if you have a doubt, what you can do, you can go to ETRM, Electronic Technical Reference Manual. REQ. Distribution, sorry. So the join is what it is? Requisition, line ID. Easy, right? Header ID, line ID. Same terminology for say all other modules they followed. Remembering table is not tricky, don't worry. Many people will feel that in the initial days, like remembering these many tables, how I can identify? No, it's easy only. Okay, guys. Anything missed in the revision? ARC ID I missed, right? How to identify the ARC ID? Diagnostics. Then you need to go to then ARC ID. The That's enough for today. Let's finish all this practical session. Then tomorrow you will be ready easily. So take 15 minutes break. Don't take much time. Don't waste time. And come back. Open your all laptops.